What's going on, my dudes? Chensleo11 here, and welcome back to another episode in the A to Z series, where we go through every single champion in League of Legends and give you a basic or beginner's guide on each of them. In this video, we're going to be showing you how to play Malphite top for beginners. Now, before we get into Malphite, I want to say a big thanks to everyone who've been liking the videos and all the comments I get. I make sure to reply to every single comment. So if you have any questions at all in these videos, please leave a comment down below and I'll get to it straight away. But I want to get into Malphite, and he is the ultimate beginner's champion. And I really emphasize this by saying he's amazing for beginners. He's easy to understand, he's easy to play, and he's even okay or decent or can work from behind if you, mess up the game. And I picked this game to put on because I look back at some of my videos and I tend to do extremely well, and then it's hard to sometimes know what to do as a beginner player if you get behind or something. Now, I'm not saying I go behind this game, but it's just not a perfect game, and I make some mistakes and some really bad ones. So feel free to flame in the comments, but all I'm trying to say is he's great for beginners, and even if you make mistakes and fall behind and die, his ultimate and his kit is so easy and simple to understand and work that you'll be fine and you can win games. So I hope you enjoyed the game. But basically, if you're new to these videos, we're going to go through every single aspect of Malphite, his abilities. We're also going to go through his rune and his builds at the current point, but they can change. So I'll throw up what's currently working right now and what you should build, and we'll just get into it from here. So if you're really new to the game, what I'm doing here is I'm just helping the jungle clear his first buff. So you always do that if your jungler's on this side of the map, you go help him clear buff, unless he tells you otherwise. And then you make your way to lane. So in this lane, we're up against a Teemo who is not the best matchup for Malphite, because he does a lot of magic damage, and Malphite tends to stack a lot of armor, and the fact that he's like ranged and he pokes is not great. So we have a Xin Zhao, and this is just me understanding the champions and knowing that Xin Zhao likes to gank super early. So I made the all-in straight away, and he ended up coming to gank, and it worked out okay. So despite me getting ahead early, I make some terrible mistakes, and I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy those and laugh. But that's what these videos are about. It's all about learning. It's all about understanding what's going on. So, what I will do is, just so you know what's going on in the early game, I'll very quickly go through the abilities, and then we'll go through them a lot more in detail later, just so you know what I'm doing. So the Q throws a rock on the ground. That's the thing that got the kill in that last exchange. It hits people, does magic damage, and slows them, makes you faster. The W is an auto attack reset. Also gives you armor, but that's passive. So it enhances your next auto attack, and we'll go through auto attack resets more details later. E slams the ground in an AoE cone, AoE area. It's fantastic. It's very hard to miss, obviously, and it cripples people. We'll go through that in more detail later. And then the ultimate, you just fly like an absolute missile, hit the ground, knock everyone up. Now that ultimate is the absolute team fight killer, and some very experienced players may say, oh, you're kind of like pushing the lane a lot, or you're trying to kill the minions very fast. And what I'm trying to do is just knock down their tower as quickly as possible so I can go help the team, because that's what Malphite is great at. It's just assisting the team. You can see here, I just noticed the jungler got in a bit of a scrap with the Master Yi, so I came down and helped him secure that Scuttle Crab, just relieved a bit of pressure off him, as he did for me in level 1. So just repaying the favor there. So yeah, that's basically his abilities really quickly. We'll go through them in much more detail. We'll go through his runes and his build and his items now. And yeah, so quickly what I'm trying to do in the lane as well, just make sure you're trying to poke a lot with your Q. And that's one of the reasons why we take biscuits, and when we go through the runes, that'll make more sense. Just for that mana sustain, it does cost a lot of mana. Malphite works very well with AP and armor, but you don't build a lot of armor. AP in this build, we go full armor. But just know that he does a lot of damage. Look how much damage that's doing, and he's just a great champion, guys, for new players. He just does a lot of damage. He's full tank, super easy to play, AoE everywhere, very hard to miss any of his abilities. All right, so let's go through like the skill order, the level up order when you're playing Malphite for your ability. So you want to start Q level 1. You want to get E level 2. Then you want to get W level 3. And then you want to max your Q, then you want to max your E, then you max your W last. Then you want to obviously take a point in your ultimate level 6, 11, and 16. or wherever it is possible. Okay? That's the level up order. It's very, very simple. Follow that and you should be fine. What I just did there, if you're unsure, is I just pulled the minions in and out of the bush to like kind of freeze the lane in front of my tower. And the reason is I've got a health advantage, but I have a level advantage. And I think I failed to... There's the level 5. So now I'm thinking in my head, I could probably chase him down and get a kill, and I make a big mistake. So you can have a look at this. Just pushing too aggressive here to try and get my advantage too far and then try and win the game quickly. But you can see Teemo just like blinds me there, and then I get my 2 auto attacks fail, and I forget he has ignite. So bad example of what to do. You need to, when the fight is going to be close like that, you can't do it if they have ignite. You're going to lose. Luckily we have TP, so we can just come back to lane, which is the advantage of TP. But you need to, and look, I always forget that they've changed the TP, trying to TP on the cannon. So yeah, there's the first big mistake, but it's not the end of the world. We'll recover from here. Alright, so next we're going to go through the runes, guys. So, the runes are quite simple, and very highly recommend these runes. Arcane Comet is your keystone. Now, the reason is Arcane Comet, that's that blue ball that comes over and hits people when you hit an ability. Now, your Q is unmissable. Like, you can't miss it. You just click on them and it goes out. And when it hits them, it slows them, which means it's almost impossible to miss the Q, the Arcane Comet damage. So it's very, very synergistic. It works fantastic with Malphite. There are other like tankier runes that you can go, but Arcane Comet is, in my opinion, the most fun and the most effective actually, because it just allows you to get health advantages in the lane and you can trade very well. Okay, so you can use your Q off cooldown, and there you go. There's a good example of it there. It comes in, smacks the team on the face. Next, we're going to go Mana Flow Band for extra mana. As I said, a lot of his, you're a tank, but you use a lot of abilities, so mana is also fantastic. Scorch, for the same reason we take Arcane Comet. When you hit your Q, the Scorch will apply and do damage to them, which is fantastic. And then into the Inspiration Tree, we go Biscuit Delivery and Time Warp Tonic. Now, Biscuit Delivery is for the health sustain, and you get mana when you use them. Time Warp Tonic is fantastic because with our starting item, which is Corrupting Pot, you can see down in our inventory, when you pop it, you get that nice boost of health instantly. Which is fantastic. It just synergizes well with your starting items. And again, better health sustain. So here I'm trying to almost bait the jungler into ganking, and it looks like he's coming. So I turn, but I've taken a lot of damage to minions, unfortunately. And I think he like flashes. We both flash. Everyone flashes. Put your hand up if you flashed like an idiot. But that's okay. Again, pressure. We get the Teemo's flash. If I'm ahead in the lane, me not having flash is better than the Teemo not having flash. If that makes sense, but bit of a mistake there again, trying to overplay this lane. And that's the thing with Malphite is, for me, I try and overplay the lane because I know he's super easy. All right, we're going to see what we can do here. I should actually queue the Teemo there, now that I'm watching back at this. I don't think it would have mattered anyway. Syndra ults the Xin, he dies, and I think I can just follow the Syndra there and get a kill there. So we end up pulling it back. We got 2 kills. We're starting to get back here. We can start pushing, and I think we get a couple tower plates here and even up that death that we gave to the Teemo, because if you get 2 plates, it's worth 300 gold. So there's little segments on the tower. If you get them, you get 160 gold. Alright, so yeah, they're the runes. Now we're going to go through the build. I'll quickly say that you take teleport. I mentioned it earlier, but take teleport. You can take ignite. I'm just always on the teleport camp because I just prefer it. I take 2 tower shots here like an idiot, and I think I get ganked and die. Again, another mistake, trying to get greedy for the plate. No need to take the tower shots. That's just me being iron. And then I should have backed here and got out, but the Master Yi spotted us and we're going to die anyway, which is sad. Try and trade into the Teemo there. So I knew I was dead. Something small there. Just try to take as much health off the Teemo as I could. That way when I get back to lane, he has a little bit less health than normal. Just trying to make myself look better after a couple horrendous mistakes. But as I say with these videos, guys, the gameplay is not the most important thing. The most important thing is that you understand the champion and you understand the runes and the build that we're going. That way, if you guys try him out or pick him up, you know exactly what to do. Alright, so let's go through the build. As I was saying, you take teleport. I prefer teleport over ignite. You can try ignite as well. You just got to understand that you have to be thinking ahead of time with the team fights, because Malphite is a team fight centric champion. You need to be thinking, am I in the right spot for this team fight that's about to happen? Whereas TP, I can kind of just like teleport in later, or be on the other side of the map and then teleport in, because you need to be there for that big fatty ultimate. All right, We start in Corrupting Potion, you get your wards. Then you want to go into Frostfire Gauntlet. Now, this is fantastic because you get a lot of health, you get armor, and you get magic resist, okay? Also creates a snow field, which slows everyone, which is fantastic. Plated steel caps, so you can see we're getting a lot of armor here. Now, it's kind of weird building that into a Teemo, but it just makes more sense later because your abilities synergize with armor. So if they're like full AP, I guess you could take the... and they have a lot of CC, I guess you could take the Merc Treads, but plated steel caps are my boots of choice. Winter's Approach, fantastic. Strike a target with an ability or attack, consume a charge, and you gain bonus mana. So this is great for getting your mana up because, as I said, Malphite has kind of mana issues because he's kind of like a mage tank. Not really a mage, but he does a lot of magic damage and he uses a lot of abilities. So this will give you enough mana for the whole game. You can see there, as soon as I see the opportunity, bang, ultimate, use my combo, which is, you smash the ground. Very easy to do. And I get the kill there straight away, almost in front of his tower. So before I tried to hold him in my tower, I didn't even need the space. I could just whack him in the face right in front of his tower. And then we get the push straight away, so we can get maybe another plate. So fantastic result for us. Level 9, 69 farm at 1120. Not the best, not the worst. So Winter's Approach. Then you want to go Thornmail. Fantastic against champions that have a lot of healing. Obviously the armor is fantastic. Master Yi, perfect champions to build Thornmail against. Literally counters him beautifully. Who's their jungler this game? When they hit you, they get healing cut, right? Force of Nature, Magic Resist, and obviously these do a lot more than Magic Resist. You can look these up on your own time. I might do a guide on items at some point on the channel, but stick around for that. Frozen Heart reduces attack speed. Again, fantastic against their team. ADC, Teemo, and Master Yi gets destroyed by that. So, that's the build. Highly recommend. There are optional items you can go. Randuin's Omen, Gargoyle Stone Play, Zonya's, Abyssal Mask with a lot of AP, and others. I might put them on the screen. Just try it. When you're learning them, try the build that I've suggested. I think you'll do more than enough. And I guess with building, it just takes a long time to know what everything does and to know when to adapt your build. So if you're super new, if you just cookie cutter every game with this build, you'll be fine. It's just when you trying to get better and learn the game and you start to love the game, then you start looking into the abilities more, the items more, and you'll be able to change your build accordingly to the game situation, right? So you can see here, we need to make sure we take it easy on the team mushrooms. Now, something that is a game situation, maybe I could have taken Sweeper this game because there's so many mushrooms everywhere, which is the red Oracle lens that goes around and scans, and I wouldn't have walked into that. So you can see here, I go for the trade on the team. He's doing his best. Soraka ult, so he gets a nice chunk of health back, which means I'm going to have to kind of like back out of this trade, which is so unfortunate. And then you can see what he's doing well is he is blinding me straight away when I go to do my auto attack reset, which is what he needs to do because fantastic, he takes that tower shot. Because when he blinds me with his Q, my auto attacks don't do any damage, and he's blocking 2 big auto attacks plus my enhanced auto attacks on my W, which is quite sad. So what I can do here is just go back and teleport back in. I can't really buy anything. Could have maybe got a control ward or got the Oracle lens, but that's okay. As long as we don't miss any minions. It's kind of sad. Again, I was trying to over push the lane to get an advantage, but that's okay. Learn from my mistakes. Teemo is an annoying champion. He is the devil, so you need to learn how to play against him. We're actually doing not too bad against him to be ahead, but I'm still forgetting that he is just sometimes bullshit. All right, so that's the build, runes, and ability order. Now we can go through Malphite's abilities in a lot more detail, and we'll have examples in the top left while the game's running as well. So, before we go into the abilities, I just want to mention this about Malphite. His abilities are all extremely easy to hit, to land, to understand, and they work well, or they do utility even if you're behind. Plus, when you build tank items, they are more efficient gold. They are more gold efficient than normal items. Look at this, I get triple ganked, no map awareness, get absolutely rolled by the whole team, which is a bit unfortunate. If I had my ult, I can hear myself. I'm not sure if it'll come across in the video, but the noise of me trying to ultimate, a bit sad. If I ultimated the Master Yi, which is what I was trying to do under tower, I might have been able to kill him. Probably still would have died, but I might have been able to kill him myself and then even that up a little bit. Yeah, so he's such a simple champion that I really recommend you guys play him for beginners, and he's super fun. I really think Malphite is a fun champion to play, especially if you've never played him before. What was I going to say? Yes, what makes these champions extra special and extra good for beginner players as well? Not just because he's okay from behind. Oh, that's what I was saying about the gold. I'll just quickly mention that. Tank items are cheaper for their stats than attack items, than offensive items. So tanks can be further behind and still be good. It's just because tanks in theory shouldn't be getting kills. So if you're further behind, it doesn't matter as much if you're playing like a carry. So that's why Malphite is, again, fantastic. Not to mention his abilities don't need damage to be amazing. Like the slow is fantastic, the cripple is fantastic, and the ultimate is absolutely nutty. You can see here what the ultimate can do. Ready? Watch this. Bang. Like Master, you cannot do anything. So we just absolutely slap his bum. And then we turn around to the Teemo and I think we get a double kill here with the Q. Had to throw the Q to turn that fire. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to kill him because he's just blocking all my auto attacks. Syndra's getting absolutely mopped as well. Can we get the Q off? And we get the Q as well. So, so easy to play. Alright, so let's go through the abilities. And what I was going to say earlier is that because his abilities are so simple, you can focus on the game. Not that I've had a good example of this. I'm kind of doing whatever I want. But you can focus on the game of League of Legends in terms of the chess match of, okay, I'm going to go top here, push the tower. My team's around Dragon. They're going to do that. Oh, he's in the jungle. You can look at the minimap more. You know, that kind of the macro play of League of Legends. You can focus on that more when you play the champions like Annie, Malphite, Misfortune, right? Because you don't have to think about your abilities as much. When you're playing Aphelios or, you know, the difficult champions, Katarina, I guess, mechanically difficult champions, you got to focus more on what you're doing with your hands, right? And it's just easier if you play a simple champion when you're learning the game. However, when you learn that champion and then they start to become boring or you want to try something else, that's when you move on. But I guess you'll learn League of Legends as you play it anyway. This will make your learning quicker, in my opinion. Alright, so let's go through the passive, guys, as we push out this lane. So, Malphite's passive is called Granite Shield. Let me just have a look here what we do to Teemo. Again, look at that. We slow him. Even Teemo's got all that movement speed. Xinjiao has a knock-up. I just run past him. You see there, I could have easily got that kill with my W or my Q, but I let Xinjiao have it because share the gold around to your team, guys. It's great to share gold and let your team get fed as well. I'm already fed 6 and 2 in terms of gold. 6, 3 and 2, I guess. So I don't need the gold as much as my team does, right? Especially because I'm a tank as I take the Rift Herald. But yeah, so here I'm trying to double play. I'm trying to overdo it. I get in and I try to get everything and I try to ignite the dragon as well. But we just don't have the team follow up. And it's my fault. If I held on for a little bit, this would have been amazing. But then the Malphite, the Master is just going to absolutely murder me. That's why we need that Thornmail. If we had Thornmail there, he would have had no chance. Bit unfortunate. And we've had a little bit of follow-up we could have killed. But yeah, again, my bad decisions cost my team maybe 2 kills, myself, the support and the ADC, I guess. And then, yeah, that's a bad mistake. All right, let's go through Granite Shield. So, Granite Shield, Malphite increases percentage size equal to 8% of his total armor, capped at 35%. So this is, well, you get to 35 when you get to 437 armor. Now, you might be thinking, oh, I'm not going to get that high in armor. No way. You will. You just get so much armor and you have an ability that scales up your armor that you just get that much armor and you get so big. And it's fantastic into a full AD team. If the enemy team is full AD, just lock in Malphite and they literally can never kill you. And you slap them with so much damage as well on top of that. It's fantastic. Also, Malphite shields himself for 10% of his max health. The shield lasts until broken and refreshes if he's not taking damage for a few seconds. So now this shield is very important to keep a track of. And you can see, I think Malphite looks more rocky. I know it's hard to, that's pretty funny because he's a big rock. But he has like a different rock look. And he has the shield on his health, right? When this is active, you need to... It's good for another ability when we get to it. So just make sure you know when the shield is up because it makes you more tanky. Okay, it gives you more armor essentially. We'll go through that in a moment. Beautiful, clear the control ward. Set up vision control. Always good thing to do as beginners. I preach a lot of buy control wards, but I don't actually do a lot of it in my game when I'm making these videos, which is just my bad because I'm focusing on the game. Do what I say, not as I do. So yes, make sure you keep track of that shield. Okay, let's go through the Q now. Now I'm going to throw up the Q in the top left as well for an example, but it's a very simple ability. It's called Seismic Shard. Malphite sends a rock rolling to the target enemy upon destination. So you can cast this on enemy champions and minions. Upon arriving, it deals magic damage and slows them for 3 seconds. Additionally, Malphite gains bonus movement speed equal to the raw amount of target lost during the slow. So, again, that's why we're building a lot of these slow items, because it scales with your Q as well. So the more we slow them, the more faster we get when we hit the Q. So you hit the Q, they get slowed, you get faster. Amazing chase potential. Even champions with that like Teemo that are extremely fast, look how slow he goes when we hit that Q. Look how fast we get. It's fantastic for just getting in and out of little trades like that. I hit the Q, get out of there. Fantastic for chasing down people. You hit your Q, they're slow, you're faster, you can catch up to them and then start with the combo, which is auto attack W, then smash the ground with your E. Can we get this cannon? Yeah, we did get the cannon. I'm always nervous when I'm on video if I get these cannons or not. These are pre-recorded games, guys. I played this game a couple of days ago, but I don't remember every cannon I get, and I tend to miss all of them. So I'm glad I got one there. I probably missed 6 or other ones. So guys, Q, very easy ability. You send it out. You want to spam this. Once you get your second item, the Winter's Approach, you literally have almost unlimited mana. So just throw that sucker out every 2 seconds or whenever it's off cooldown. And just get the damage in, get the slows in. It's just a very annoying ability to deal with for the enemy champion. So you see how we're like more red here? That's when we don't have the shield. And then we turn more rocky when we get the shield. So have a look at my character after he gets a shield. There you go. See how we became more whites, more rocky instead of molten? Get that extra layer of armor. So yes, that's the Q. Next we're going to go through Thunderclap, which is the W. It has a passive and an active component. So the passive is gain bonus armor. Okay, now this is just 10, 15, 20, and 25, and 30% depending on your level. Okay, so you just get bonus armor. This is the reason why we max this last, is because percentage works better when you have a bigger pool to begin with. Level 1, we have no armor, so if we just maxed our W, the percentage gaining we're getting from this passive wouldn't increase your armor by a lot. Later on, like now, when we're leveling it, because we're going to get it after we've maxed E, the gain of armor just scales harder, right? So that's why we max it last. Also because your other abilities work better. All right, so you gain bonus armor. Now this is tripled when Malphite's shield is available. Okay, so that's why I mean you want to keep an eye on your shield, because you're so much more tanky. Not only do you have that shield for extra health, you just have a shitload more armor, so you take less physical damage. Okay, now let's go through the active component of Thunderclap. So Malphite's next basic attack within 6 seconds is empowered. It gains 50 extra range and deals bonus physical damage on hit. Now, the bonus physical damage has a flat amount. I have it all on the screen, but it scales with AP and armor. This is the first ability that scales heaps with armor. So the more armor you have, the more damage your claps do, which means, remember, if you have your shield, your clap is doing more damage because you have more armor. Look at that ultimate, guys. 3 squishies just get absolutely roasted. Like, they get knocked up in the air. Do you know what the good thing about the Malphite ult is as well? If you get more experienced and you're playing with newer players, the Malphite ultimate is the biggest everyone go button ever. Like, it just tells your team, kill these 3 people right there. And if you know the targets you should be killing, you'll just win so many team fights because you get to make that decision. If I was quicker, I could have TP'd back, but then and save the tower, but it's not great. It's not that important. We get the triple kill with the dragon. It's a good trade for us. I will mention, if you teleport to a tower and it dies, you lose your teleport. So if it's really, really low, don't teleport to the tower. Just teleport to a minion nearby, but if it's like pre-plates going down, you can't. So maybe just hold on to the teleport. Little tip there. So yeah, that ultimate just absolutely shattered their team, guys. 3 squishies get absolutely clapped as soon as we land, and then we hit him with our ground slam there, and they cannot move, and they're taking all this damage. And my team comes in, Miss Fortune lines up her ultimate. Impossible for her to miss her ultimate because they're all standing in the straight line going up in the air. Very, very good. All right, so back to the active of Thunderclap. So the basic attack within 6 seconds is powered, gives bonus range, does physical damage on hit. Additionally, Malphite's basic attack on hit for the next 5 seconds, triggering a cone. So you can see here when I should use it on these minions. Please use it on these minions. No, I don't use it. That's so sad. Oh, there it is. And I missed the cannon. Fuck's sake. So when they hit the The W, a cone spawns behind them after you hit them, dealing damage to the targets behind that. So that's great for team fighting, but mostly it's great for clearing waves. Fantastic for absolutely decimating waves quickly because you're splashing your damage around. Plus, you got Sunfire, so you can stand around everything. Everything dies. So Malphite can actually push lanes really fast despite building no damage because of this ability and your items. You see now we're starting to get large. 316 armor. We're getting real big. Nice big boy. You see there. See that little cone that spawns behind? That's that second part I was talking about. So another thing, it's an auto attack reset. Now I'm going to go through this, and if you've watched my videos, you would have heard me explain what an auto attack reset is. But if you're new to the videos, I'll explain it now. When you auto attack, you have an animation. So you go bang, bang. Right? This is your auto attacking, or your basic attack when you just click on something. When you auto attack W, you cancel that animation. So you go bang, bang, bang. Bang. If that makes sense, right? So you get that extra speed in your attacking. It's just something to do to increase your damage output, okay? It's not amazingly important. It is when you start to learn the game more, and you should always do it. It's always great to auto-attack reset. And the thing is, it just increases your damage, and it makes your on-hit effects apply quicker if you have on-hit. So chambers like Master Yi especially, right? He has on-hit effects, or, you know, a bunch of different chambers have on-hit effects. Alright, so let's do this ultimate. It just, unfortunately, Xin knocks them all back, but that ultimate was just written in the stars, right? Just go in there and absolutely just headbutt the shit out of two of them and absolutely murder them. And then we push in. So the team fights are just lights out with Malphite. Literally one of the best team fighting champions in the game. You just go in, knock everyone up in the air. The team follows up and kills everything. So easy. Fantastic for picks as well, because it actually does a lot of damage. You can just wait in a bush, ult someone on the ground. They can't. They're like, oh shit, there's a big rock in this bush. They're in the air because you've just ulted them, and then you just fucking slam the ground and they're dead. Fantastic. We grab the Baron. We're going to head back to base, extra 300 gold. We're starting to get deep into our build. Look at the armor stats. You can see here, we had 200 armor, I think. And then when we got our shield back, it went up to like to 300. I might be wrong there. Go back to have a look. But remember, you get so much more armor when you have your shield up. And you're bigger. Alright, so that's the W, guys. Now we're going to go through Ground Slam. Very, very simple ability. Okay, so far, the Q, you can't miss. You just put it on someone. The W just makes your auto attacks easier. You can't miss auto attacks, okay? Ground Slam. Malphite slams the ground beneath him, dealing magic damage to all enemies and crippling them for 3 seconds. Big AoE around you. You can't miss that. Like, you can miss it, but you don't have to aim it. It's not skill shot reliant. It's very easy to hit. You just push your E if people are near you and you deal it. Now, again, this scales with armor. Like you get 30% more damage. You get depending on your armor stat. Sorry, 30% of your armor adds to the damage of this. So remember, when we have 320 damage, this absolutely slaps. So you can see this is why Malphite does a lot of damage despite being full tank. Now, it does magic damage as well. All of Malphite's abilities do magic damage as well. So you kind of need to build magic resist against him, even though he's a tank, which is kind of weird. Because he's like a weird mage. It's kind of cool. That's why I love Malphite as well. Because you can building full AP for fun as well if you like. It's not the best build. It's really fun because you can absolutely one-shot people, but it is not efficient. This is better, this build, what I'm showing. Okay, so Ground Slam. It does the magic damage. Now, it says it cripples them for 3 seconds. So, cripple is not a common keyword, so I'll just read it for you what it does, okay? A unit that is crippled has their attack speed reduced for the duration. Okay? So, when you hit the ground, the enemy's attack speed is lowered. So, think about their team. Master Yi, Teemo, Twitch. 3 of their champions literally live, breathe, and die with auto attacks. If I ult on top of them and then E them while they're in the air, despite hitting the ground, the E still hits them. They literally have slower attack speed. ADCs spend all their money trying to get attack speed, and I turn it off. Fantastic, guys. Cripple absolutely wrecks champions like Master Yi and Twitch. So, always use it when you can. The basic gist of when to use this is just ult in, smash the ground, and then start auto-attacking and throwing out Qs when off cooldown. Auto-attack Ws when you can. So, very, very simple ability. Just slam the ground and it cripples them, lowering their attack speed. Yeah, so you can see we lost our shield to the Twitch there. We go down to 243 armor. So much less armor. But if we just chill around the rock here for a sec, you'll see it comes back. And see the passive on the left is ticking down. Next to my Q, the little box, when that ticks down to 0, you get your shield back if you've stayed out of combat. Now we're back to 312. And you can see here, I'm just licking my lips. I'm saying I'm going to get a fatty ultimate here. And we're going to go through the ultimate straight after this fight. I'm trying to look for someone here. There's 2. Let's go for it. And we just go in and absolutely slam. And we just two people in their team just disappear because my team goes, oh, there's 2 people that can't move. Let's hit them. And then it always works out. Now, the ultimate, we just used it there. It's called Unstoppable Force. Malphite dashes with displacement immunity. He cannot be CC'd while he's using his ultimate. To a target direction and upon impact dealing magic damage. 400 base magic damage at level 3 rank, so level 16. To all nearby enemies, knocking them up for 1.5 seconds. And it scales with 80% of your AP. 80% AP bonus. Insane. That's why if you go full AP, your ultimate literally one-shot squishies. But it still does so much damage. The base numbers on this ability is amazing. So, how easy is that to understand? You just push your ultimate, you go flying like an absolute missile, and knock up everyone up in the area, up in the air. So the only difficulty with Malphite is actually in his most simple ability, which is his ultimate, or one of the simplest ultimates in the game, is just knowing your range and knowing it's the ultimate's range. You can see here, it's such a low cooldown that I can just do things like that and just try and maybe get a pick, because it'll be up in 50 seconds. But that's only in the late game. In the early game, the only part of this, what I was leading to, is the difficulty with the ultimate, is learning that, the range and that, but also learning when to use it. There's a fine line between using it too often, using it optimally, and then being too patient with it, okay? So you need to use it, you need to be patient with it, but not hold on to it for the whole game and never use it. If you die and your ultimate is still up, then you played it wrong. Almost every champion, there are obviously unique exceptions, but that's pretty much the rule of thumb, right? So Master Yi's coming, we cripple him as soon as he comes out of his Alpha Strike, which is his Q, and he has to bail because he does no auto attacks. He can't. Just perfectly counters Master Yi. Plus we have Thornmail as well, and so much armor. But yeah, that's the only difficulty with the ultimate, is just knowing when to use it. And knowing when you should use it, when you should hold it, and wait for 2 people to stack up, or 3 or 4. There are situations where you hit a 5-man ultimate on Malphite, and then your team has AoE damage, and they just all disappear, and you don't even lose a single champion, even if the game is even. Because just 1.5 seconds in League of Legends is a shitload of time. Especially when they come down, you've already hit them with 2 abilities. It's just a lot of time. You see here, this is what I was saying earlier about the bush tactic. You can literally, he just walks in the bush like, hey guys, what's going on? There's a huge fucking rock. It knocks him in the air. He doesn't know what's going on. Shit. He's dead before he hits the ground. Unbelievable. How do you counter that? You can't. Again, a couple good examples of the ultimate there. But yeah, you can hit some nice ultimates with Malphite, and it's just one of the most fun and satisfying things in League of Legends. And it just makes new players just go, oh, that was cool, that was fun, I helped out there. So, again, reiterating the fact that you should definitely play Malphite if you're new to the game. Just checking if I was bloody recording the video. I literally sat here speaking to my computer for 40 minutes without hitting record, and I've still maintained all my gusto into the video about how good Malphite is, because I really love him. Alright. And then, apart from that, guys, that's everything. I mean, we'll go through his combo, I guess. It's not even a combo. You just ult, and then E straight away, and then, you're like, okay, who do I going to beat the shit of? Oh, Master Yi, there he is. Auto attack W and Q him, and he's dead, and then the other people around him are dead. It's very simple to play, guys. Farm well. Try and get kills with the ganks. Another thing, Malphite is extremely gankable, for your team. You just ping to my jungler, I have ultimate. They go, oh shit, he's excellent. So they'll come over, providing you're not playing a champion against a champion that has 8 dashes. Oh, they have ultimate, excellent. Your jungler comes in, you ultimate their enemy laner, you get a kill, you and your jungler get an advantage. Alright, very easy to play. Farm, get your items, start headbutting everyone with your ultimate and knocking him in the air. Now, I like to play split push champions a lot. It's my bread and butter. Like, not my bread and butter, but I just enjoy the play style. Malphite isn't that. He's a team fighter. You need to like be there every fight, team fight. In low levels of play, it's all the time. So it's almost like you want to be with your team the whole time. If you hit your... Because the reason is because if your ultimate wins fights, if you hit that good ultimate, you win the fight for your team, and you win the team fight, and then that goes to Dragon, to Baron, to a tower, to an inhib, right? So you need to be with your team at all times, if you can. There's a difference between just standing middle for no reason and not picking up any side waves. You want to this is just experience. You need to know when, oh, the fight isn't going to happen. I'm going to go get the minions that are in bottom or in top. Oh, there's probably not going to be a fight. I'm safe to farm. There's probably going to be a fight here. Should I get this wave or should I wait for the dragon? No, I probably should stay and wait for this dragon, right? It's all about decision making. And that's why Malphite's good, because you don't have to think about, as I said, you don't have to think about your abilities. You can just think about the game. And absolutely just headbutt the shit out of the enemy team when they go for the dragon. And here's a situation where it's just like my team are like trying to push a tower. Guys, we need the minions first. So let me just grab the minions. You need to, otherwise, you know, towers have extra defenses if they don't have minions around them. Enemy minions, if you didn't know that. But anyway, guys, that's everything. That's all of Malphite's stuff. He's very simple. His build I've gone through today is very, very good. You can look up an AP build, like full damage. It's quite fun. Just be aware that you're no longer a full armor tank, and you are a lot more squishy. You do way more damage. It's actually a lot of fun in ARAM if you haven't tried it. Because see the Twitch. Just delete the ADC. Another thing with the ultimate is all about target selection. Look at this. He comes in, I just cripple him. It helps that my MF is stupid fed at this point, so she can just absolutely murder the team. But yeah, Master Yi comes in, we cripple him with our E. He can't auto-attack as fast anymore, and he dies. So yeah, guys, not the best game of Malphite, but look, we did enough to win. We did enough. We got a little bit carried there. We're 10, 4, and 8. I think I overstay here. Yeah, I do remember this. So, this is just a lack of experience. When you kill enemies in their base, they come out of their base. So here, I've got 1800 gold. I'm at half health. I have teleport. There's literally no reason for me to be pushing this tower. I guess we can get this tower. But see how, it's such a nightmare. I should get out of here. I'm going to die. This is called just being too greedy. When you are that fed and you just get overconfident and you just start not thinking clearly. My team isn't even there. I ult the Twitch to get a kill here, but there's no team around me to get the kill. We get him to 3/4 health, but it's not quite enough. And then the Master Yi comes and tickles me with his sword. So we should have backed here, got the Frozen Heart, teleported back in. We could have got a triple kill, won the fight. Again, I could have saved my ultimate to hit more people there. So that's what I mean. You need to think about when you're using your ultimate and make it value for money. That's it, guys. One of the best ultimates in the game. I really, really think you should play him if you're a beginner. The build I've shown, again, is good. The level up order, everything is fantastic. I use sites like Mobalytics to help make these videos because it's just great for beginners. I highly suggest you check out that website as well, by the way. It's just great for beginners to just have a nice stepping stone of, oh, what should I build / do? And it's a really great site, and it helps you know what to do. But yeah, the build I've showed is fantastic. It'll work well. So right now, we're just trying to end the game. This game has gone on for so long, and I hope you all have enjoyed the video. If you have watched until now, it means you are enjoying it. So I will ask, please leave a like button. It helps out a lot. Helps me out with the algorithms, YouTube. And hit the subscribe button for more of these guides, because we are making one for every single champion in League. I think we're like, halfway there, I guess. And we do have the Cloud Soul. Once you have the Cloud Soul, any soul in general, it's game over. Team's pinging Baron, but it's like, yeah, okay. We don't need to. We could just walk in and as a 5 and just end the game. But let's kill the big worm for fun, and that's what we're doing here. Yeah, I think I'm finally running out of energy after speaking for 80 minutes for no reason. For the first 40 was for no reason. Anyway, we're going to kill the big worm. Then we're going to push into their base and end the game. So yeah, I hope yeah, so hit the subscribe button as well, because if you guys are into other games, I might be doing something different soon. We're going to get a ranked series going, just because I want to play a bit more ranked. I just play this game with my friends mainly, but I've always wanted to just really not try hard in ranked, but just play more ranked. It's just every time I play, all my friends are on, we all play normals and we just have fun, right? But yeah. Anyway, we're looking to get a capture card. We might have like a new PlayStation 5 series, Elden Ring or something. So if you guys are fans of the series, you might know that I'm a big From Software fan. But anyway, guys, that's Malphite. I hope you enjoy. A very simple champion, fantastically easy. Good luck with your games. And remember, at the end of the day, it is nighttime. Take it easy.